All right. I thank God for last night's rest, this morning rise. Thank God for His grace and His mercy. Grace is always giving me what I don't deserve, and mercy is not giving me what I do deserve, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. How everybody doing? All right. My name is Dirk McKnight. My partner, Robert Hayes. Hopefully, he'll fly in a little bit later. But it's two of us, not one of us. I'm from Baltimore City, been in Philadelphia for 21 years. I left Baltimore because I was uncivilized, undisciplined, smoking weed, chasing women in and out of jail, homicidal, suicidal, deaf, dumb, blind, and ignorant. Everybody I was hanging with was living the same way, thinking the same way. So at the end of the day, I was depressed, miserable, unhappy, unsatisfied, and I wanted to be fulfilled. So I wanted to go to New York. I had the money for New York, so I landed in South Philadelphia. And when I got to South Philadelphia, man, listen, I was happy to leave Baltimore. Then I got here. I was happy to be in a new place. And when I got here, I got crazy. Started tricking and got tricked. And then, I invited, then I got curious on how people smoke coke and the behaviors of a crack addict. And I tried it and I liked it. And I was in crack space for 7 years, faithfully dedicated to smoking coke. I sniffed dope, didn't like dope, quit dope before I put a dope habit. Ecstasy, had that. Anybody like ecstasy? Had ecstasy before? Yeah, you fall in love with everything with ecstasy, right? Yeah. Start talking to the light bulbs. I love you. Ecstasy, right? But anyway, I've been on drugs for 20 years, right? I've been smoking coke 7 years. I've been clean for 14 years. But all we got is what? Today. So I like to stay in the day. Another thing too about me, I'm a forensic ghetto black Kojak. Meaning I don't like to talk what? Fruits. I like to talk the what? The roots. Fruits is I get high. Roots is why I get high. Fruits is I'm depressed, miserable, and I'm a hater. Roots is why I'm depressed, why I'm miserable, and why I'm a hater. Fruits is, listen, I can't stand men. That's the fruit of her tree. But why she hate men is the root of her tree. So when I have to learn, when I start to share, don't talk here, talk here. And when you talk roots, that's your Pandora box. That's where we try to keep all our secrets hidden away from what? Ourselves and most importantly, other people. But they say we only sick as our what? Secrets. And secrets will keep you what? Safe. Right. So everything ain't for everybody and everything ain't for the floor. But we got to learn to what? Know when and how to get it out of us. Everybody hear that? Yes. I'm not the type of individual, I do not judge people today. I don't laugh at people today. Because the grace of God, there go who? God. And see, what I like to do is set the atmosphere to make it what? A house, because this is a glass house. So nobody should be throwing what? That's right. Everybody hear that? Yes. So tonight, we're going to talk expeditiously, carefully, cautiously, carefully, truthfully, and spiritually about what? The yin and the yang. The ingredients to die and the ingredients to live. Y'all ready? Yeah. And then I got some information for y'all. Then we're going to be like Michael Jackson at 8 o'clock. Y'all hear that? Yeah. Listen, I didn't come to talk that much. But I come to what? Listen more. I talk all day long. I got to learn to what? To listen. So my job is to provoke dialogue. Anybody hear that? To provoke it, to get you talking. Then we're going to have a beautiful group. Y'all ready? Ready. All right. Ingredient number 1, denial. Don't even know I'm lying. Anybody want to take a swing at that picture right there? Has anybody got mail at their address called denial? Anybody ever used to live on that street called denial? Come on, you want to talk about who wants to talk about it? Come on.
I'll say,
what's your name?
Destiny.
Hey, Des.
I'll say I was in denial because I know you asked me if I had 2 years clean, but I picked up opiates. Okay. And I was in denial bad. I went from 190 pounds. By the time I went to rehab, I was 135. I was in denial. I was telling my ex, I was like, but I look good. I was like, I can wear my booty shorts and my crop tops. I'm finally skinny again. I was always skinny before I had my son. I was knowing damn well I had an addiction that I could not, that finally beat me. Mm-hmm. And that denial piece, man, I thought I could stop. I thought I had it under control, but I remember walking to a cop and I was crying my eyes out. I was crying. I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to cop, but I couldn't stop. Mm-hmm. So that denial piece, man, I was in huge denial. Bad. Yeah, real bad.
Much time that clean now?
homeless.
Let's give it to him. How you doing?
Good.
All right. Anybody want to talk about denial? What's your name?
Christina.
Hey, Miss Christina.
Hi. I was a late bloomer. You know, I didn't pick up my first rose until I was 38 years old. And I told myself, my family, my friends, that I was only medically addicted.
Okay.
You know, because I was addicted to medicine I got from the doctor. When reality is that I wound up into the same places that the addicts wound up. Rehab, and going to rehab, I met the young guy that taught me the ropes. You know, and I still kept it up. I told my parents, my mom and all, I just need to sniff this stuff out of these little blue bags so I can take care of the kids and not have to bother anybody else with it. I'm not getting high, I'm just medically keeping myself out of withdrawal. And so I'm medically addicted, and I didn't realize that I had been an addict since I was a little girl, you know, but just not with things that were illegal. It was like friends and, you know, bringing home the strays and, you know, but I go in the pet store, I don't buy 3 puppies, I don't buy 1 puppy, I buy 3.
Okay.
You know, I like just all that stuff. You know, I've been married 3 times, you know, and it was all that stuff that was addictive behaviors, but it wasn't to drugs. So in my mind, I made it okay. And that as long as I could, and then my sister developed this idea that if she gave me $200 a week to get 2 bundles, you know, I wouldn't have to go down to North Philly and stuff. And so what I would do was I would get the 200 and get the 2 bundles and do them in one day. Because I was in denial. I thought I could control my usage and make that 2 bundles complete. I had no clue. I was a clueless addict in the beginning.
How much time you got to clean up?
Probably coming up on like 4.5 months.
All right. Denial. Don't even know I'm lying. Anybody else? How about money? Money. Dead presidents. This was never my problem. I thought it was my problem. This was the problem. And this was the problem.
And your addiction's a lot easier to upkeep with money. When
I
lost my job when COVID hit, and I lost my job as a waitress. And then I would go on my Facebook, and I would literally go through down my whole friends list, and I would message people to try to get them to cash out me money. I made up all types of lies. I used him as a lie. I used medication as a lie. I used rent as a lie. And my addiction was easy when I was working, but as soon as that COVID hit and they shut everything down, it got worse.
The money piece, y'all.
Yeah.
Anybody? Come on, we'll speak on that.
The money piece is like this. For me, it was the opposite. For me, I stopped working because I got the PUA, and that's when my addiction got worse. Like I had so much money, I didn't know what to do with it. Then I got my settlement, and I blew through so much money in such a short amount of time. Like it got to the point where I was using so much. I started going through psychosis. I was hallucinating because I was smoking so much that I wasn't sleeping for weeks, like days, like I was just up, just using, like I was seeing things. I was just telling some of the girls, like I was seeing 3 people, like in the bushes. Like I had to put up ring cameras around my house, my apartment, just so I could stop looking out the windows. Like I was like skitzing so bad, like it got real bad, like. And that's what money did to me. And then when I ran out, like I really started going crazy, just like her. Like I started hitting up everybody, like. Begging, like I never begged before, like because I needed that next one, and it's like I'm going to the deals, like you know, like all the money I done spent with you, you can't give me one, like you know, now I'm arguing with them, like it's like they owe me something, like yeah, it was a bad job.
Like we got entitlement.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that? Who want to go back to that life right there? Let me ask you this. Who need a payee to hold your money?
Sometimes I need like
Me and my money early in recovery are enemies. Ever hear that? It was hard for me to hold on to money when I had money. Cause I always used to think I'm from 26 in Huntington, Stop and Surrender. And I used to always think about who I was gonna be with, who I was gonna get my drugs from, and what crack house I'm gonna be smoking in. So it was hard for me to recover because my mind was always on what? Getting the money. And when I didn't have money, I became an instant criminal. To get the money. Everybody hear that? Yeah. Right? So my mama back in Baltimore, I was getting high. I was working with what's that? Broad and Glenwood. It was what that grocery store. What's it called?
Save a lot.
Save a lot.
Well, save a lot.
Save a lot. And I remember that I was smoking. I used to work 12 midnight to 8 in the morning. And I had like 7 dimes on me. I was in the bathroom, just ignited my whole brain. And I come out there, can't see, seeing three aisles. And one time, I put a cat food where the batteries need to go. Man, listen, the manager came and he followed me around the store and fired me. Listen, then I go to jail, man, at 13 at Broad and Champ Loss. And I ate like 8 sandwiches, drunk like 8 cups of water, and my process of recovery began. That's why they say when you play your tape, play it all the way what? All the way through.
All the way.
And listen, you could be a diva, a queen, finessing, got all the multiple clothes, fancy clothes upstairs, on your feet, around your neck, on your smelly good, and carry your money and die. Or you can be weak, vulnerable, and expose the idea that you have money and live. Everybody hear that?
Yes.
Yes. Women stay weak when they don't expose their weakness.
Yes.
Strong women stay strong when they expose their weakness. And it's okay to say that you're not ready to handle money. How you doing, sis? All right. So denial. I'm talking about money. How about this right here? Another form of denial. How about this right here? Relationships. Relationships. Anybody? Relationships. The best relationship is for who? Come on, your name, hey, what's up? What's your name?
Yeah, hi, I'm Jackie.
Hey,
yeah, so
Jackie.
relationships. I had a boyfriend when I was in kindergarten, I think. I don't know what you do with one of those in kindergarten, but I had to have one, so I always needed a guy. I would find the same garbage, different face, different body, like, use the shit out of me, get me to, get high with them, drag me in, dude, put out, what I thought was, a line of coke, 'cause I was dibble-dabbling, 21, all that crap, and I was like, damn, what is this, he was like, it's heroin, I was like, what the, and then the next day I was using, the needle, it happened that quickly, because I wanted to be with him, I loved him, he wouldn't steer me wrong, I trusted him, and I find these people all over again, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean, even this last time I was like, I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna say clean for 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay? And, kind of got feeling myself, all right, stepped away from what I was supposed to be doing, found a guy, he talked about God, sounded good, looked good, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, guess what? Boom. You know what I mean? It happened all over again. I was like, shit, are you kidding me? Again? I thought they said keep a year clean, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna do 2, because I suck with guys, and guess what? Same thing, because you know what? I didn't expose my weaknesses in order to overcome them, to become a stronger woman, to attract a different man.
Come on, y'all hear that? Yes, sir. We are, what we are is what we attract. Very good. How much time y'all clean?
I have almost 30 days on the same.
Give it to him. Come on, Des.
Yeah.
But what about how I got myself in a relationship with somebody that was 20 years older than me, and had years clean, and still is clean now, but it was when I was getting high, I couldn't come to him because I didn't want him to be ashamed of me. Because I couldn't tell him I was getting high, because here he goes, 10 years clean, sponsor, knows everybody in the North Philly NA, and here I am getting high, can't can't tell him I'm getting high. He knows I'm getting high, but I don't want to tell him because I don't want him to be ashamed of me. And it was like trying to live up to his expectations that I placed. He didn't even put them there. I put them there. And it was like, that's where like I learned like you can sit there and try to fool somebody and tell them you're not getting high, but especially if they're a recovering addict, like
We know.
right, and that ties back to that denial. Like he knew before I knew that I was headed down that path. Like,
You get honest with him? You finally tell him what you was doing?
I had to, and he's the one that drove me to the hospital and took me there. The one that basically started my path to getting clean again. Yeah.
That's a blessing. That's good. Thank you for sharing that. Both of y'all. Relationships. The best relationship is with who?
So, and codependency.
And y'all hear that word?
Yeah.
Yes. Listen. I never really loved me. Everybody hear that? I was never the type. I used to stand on corners and talk out. Hey, what club we going to tonight? Yo, you know which guy got shot? Where you get that jewelry from? You don't like that rope? We always talk out. We never talk what? Internal. I'm depressed. Never said that. I'm miserable. Never said that. I can't stand my pop. We might have said that. but the emotions, we always was like solid rock victims of what? Of what? Vulnerable virgins. Afraid to get what? Open. Because I was a man and men don't cry. Men have no weaknesses. That's a lie straight from hell. So I always got women that was what? Who I feared women who had high esteem. Women who had what? Focus and high IQs and good education and spiritually grounded. And when women had a car and good credit. And I stayed away from women like that. Because I had low self-esteem and I had the $5 girls and the $10 girls and the girls who wanted a chicken box and a hoagie and a Newport and a canned soda. I stayed right there in that community and shot right there. You hear what I'm saying? Because I had low self-esteem and listen, and I was the type, I wasn't abusive, I was verbally abusive.
That's worse.
Yeah, verbally abusive. I wasn't really with the type of the 1-2 punch knockout and all that, man. But I was still abusive. Right? And God had to clean me up to get to the woman I'm with right now. She got 4 kids. I love all of them. And she got 3 grandkids. Love them too. But where's mine? But I had a chance. I'm 50 years old, right? And and when I was home, I didn't value life. So the girl said I'm pregnant. Twins! And gave her money for abortion. You hear what I'm saying? I was like 19, like it's like 93. I remember the Jordan had the 93 Air Jordan. How you doing? Air Jordan's on, right? Yeah, I remember that right there. And today when I hear people see the kid like our son over there, you know, just take me back to what I could have had, like 15 kids right now. But anyway, relationship. The best relationship is with what? Yourself. And who in here run from you just to come back to you? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Yes. How many ladies in here got the tightest pair of pants when upstairs? When you put one leg on, you catch asthma. just one leg, right? Because who seek attention? Anybody? Okay. Is that dangerous?
Yeah.
How many ladies in here you ask somebody for your needs and your wants? Is that dangerous?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they control you.
Yes. Very good. You had your hand up over there in the corner?
No.
Okay.
I was just scratching my nose.
Okay. Relationships. All right, relationships. All right. How about who's another form of denial? We got to get moving. Denial. How about independence? Who's ready to leave, but you're not ready? Who lips say I'm ready to go, but you know you're not? Come on. 1 and 2. What's your name?
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle. What's happening?
Hey, I don't know. My mind tricks me. I'm thinking I'm okay, you know what I mean? I want to go because I can't have everything my way, you know what I mean? But it's like, if I go out that door, who knows what happens? I can't just do 1, I have to do 100. I have to go to the extreme, you know what I mean? I need to just chill, relax, and, you know, because I don't remember the bad times. I remember the good times.
Right.
And that's what fucks me up.
That's right. Play tape all the way through. How much time you have clean?
5 months.
Give it to her. There was a girl who went to our recovery balls. We had recovery balls. You already know that.
Girl,
Destiny being in attendance, right? she won a raffle too. But it was an Italian girl. I remember her, and she came and she dressed it real nice. Our first ball, she was there. And our first recovery ball, right down here on South Street, right? And she was at 13th and Susquehanna. And then somebody opened up the door. They found her dead in the room. Independence. Sometimes when we're not ready, we gotta be what? Honest. Everybody understand that? For real. Independence. This place dependence prepare us for what? Independence.
Yeah.
Come on.
I struggle though, because now that I'll be leaving the program, like I'm not by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I shared in this group the other day, and I haven't had him for years.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like when I left the programs and I got my own room, I relapsed instantly. But it's like now I want to leave because I'm like, okay, he deserves his own room.
Right.
He's 8.
Yeah.
You know, like he doesn't want to be seen. He doesn't want to. I'm tired of getting dressed in the bathroom. I want to be able to get dressed in my room, but I can't do that with him. But then it's like exactly what Michelle said. I go out there. It's not. I don't. That's a good point. I never thought about that. The independence piece. That's a good point.
Dependence prepares us for independence.
Yeah.
Alright? When I was married, my ex-wife, she stayed clean, but I got high. But she left and we went to 17th and Lehigh. Anybody know about Lehigh? And we was in a room. And rooms are dangerous.
Yes.
So it was in a hurry to leave and go to my own room. And when I got there, the landlord, she was about big as this room. And she said, I need your ID. Open up the drawer, she had an ounce of weed. I said, oh Lord, yo, and it got crazy. When I gave her the money, it got real crazy. And then on the second floor was a guy, he was a man during the day, but he was a woman at night. True story. Dude in the basement had a gun. He used to smoke coke in the basement. Come upstairs like this.
I'm scared of that.
Oh my God, I know.
Yeah.
Cat on the third floor, right? He had a dirty bunny in the kitchen. I didn't say a white bunny, the bunny was gray. In the kitchen with the food at, right? Yo, and then the doors open, close, open, close, open, close, all night long. All rooms are not dangerous. But if you're ready to leave without what? Being impulsive, without having wisdom, listen, it could be problems. Alright? Okay, let's go ahead. So we talked about the denial, right? How about defense mechanisms? How many ladies here came in with your IDs, your stilettos, whatever, all that madness, your ID, and you came in here with invisible tools. And you started what? Building what? Walls. Very good. Anybody got walls up? And it's hard for staff to get through. Anybody know about techs? The nurse, the therapist, it's hard for them to what? To get to what? To Ashley, to get to Destiny, to get to Christina, right? Because their walls is up. Who got trust issues?
Over the trust.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your name?
That's my problem. I'm over the trust.
Dana. You got trust issues?
Major.
What's going on? What's up? Why? That's the right time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even want to get into it. But
Yeah.
family.
You said family?
Yeah, family.
They're worse sometimes. I love them, but listen, can't stand them sometimes.
When my mom died back in '06, my aunt and her husband, I have 2 other sisters, they stole our inheritance and left us on the street basically.
Y'all hear that? How much time y'all clean?
19 months on her.
She remind me of the movie Rain Man. I love Rain Man. Because Tom Cruise couldn't stand what? He didn't like his father. And when he was driving with his lady in the car with a Ferrari, she said, yo, your father died. He was emotionless. He was flatlined. He didn't give a damn, right? He get to the what? To the funeral, come to find out, reading the will, $3 million was left to his brother. Dustin Hoffman, somebody who he'd never seen. And then here he is, he kidnaps his brother. He kidnaps him, he takes him on a long journey, pilgrimage. And I love the movie, and Dustin Hoffman, he didn't like the planes. So he flipped out, maybe try to get on the plane. He flipped out. So they wind up driving. And on his journey, because he couldn't fly, they would have got there early. He would have never knew his brother because he what? They flew. But by him driving, he get to know his brother. And by the beginning of the movie, it was all about his anger, frustration, bitterness, madness, about what? His father and where he left him. By the end of the movie, it was what? The love of his brother. Good movie, Rain Man. Family, listen. Remind me of Color Purple. And every bad individual is always good in them. Yo, listen. Remember when she finally left? She said, I love the last scene. She said, until you do right by me, that's real. And she leaves, and he goes to the chicken coop and get the money that he stole and went to what? Immigration, and sent for what? Her children. And every bad individual family, there's good there. You hear that? You got some family members who will always remind us of what we did or who we used to be. Yeah, I'm gonna have your kids today. Damn, how long you gonna be in jail this time? We heard this before. You know what I'm saying? And some people who never walked in adult fiend shoes don't know how it is to use opiates. Right. Or uppers or downers, or barbiturates, okay too. So they're really judgmental and they condemn us. Yeah. And just because it's family, it hurts even more. Yeah. So I had to realize that, listen, I can't recover for them. Gotta recover for who? And if I trust those jokers on the corner that give me a dime to kill me, I gotta trust somebody in here to help save me. You hear what I'm saying? And slowly but surely, trust will start to pick up momentum. My mothers used to say, when you bring your black ass in my house, clap your hands. So when your hands are clapping, you can't be stealing none of mine. My mother used to be by the door listening to the back. Dude, come on, get your ass out of there. Trust. Hey, check it out. We put them through so much. Is that true? Yes. They got to recover also for the hell we put them through. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just us. It go both ways. It go both ways. Lord have mercy. Okay. God, thank you, sis. We got to learn how to trust, y'all. We got to learn how to trust, all right? Defense mechanisms, all right? How about intellectualization? Brainiac dum-dums. Brainiac dum-dums. So smart, still do what? Yes. Anybody talk about that?
Smart and common sense and dumb.
Yes. Yes. Who dummy down for dummies? I did. Dummy down for dummies. We don't talk about. I'm talking about like you want to read, you want to study, you adventurous, you want to get a passport, you want to get the hell out of here, you want to further your education, but your friends don't. Yeah. And and I don't want to be what? Alone. So I would dummy down. They wasn't dumb, they just doing dumb things. Smart minds. It's like a smartphone with a dumb mind.
Educated.
Everybody hear that? Yeah. Educated what?
Educated idiot.
A smartphone connected to a dumb mind. But anyway. Intellectualization. Brainiac dumb. Who used their intelligence for wickedness? Anybody? Who used their intelligence for wickedness?
I'll use my intelligence to try to,
Manipulation.
I'm smarter than you.
Yes.
And sometimes I've been in arguments in recovery houses, and I had to go back and apologize because I used that. I remember the one time I said to the one girl, she called me something. I said, bitch, you can't even spell the word. I totally forgot she couldn't read. And I really insulted her, and she snapped on me. She was like, you know I can't read. I was like, oh my God. I felt so bad. And now I'm trying to teach my son not to be like that because he's through that line back on me. So he can't even spell such and such.
We reap what we sow.
Yes.
How about argumentative? Who's argumentative? That's another defense mechanisms. Always make small things big things. Why is she in charge? She don't care. She don't got her NA text. She never reading. She breaking curfew. Listen, she always sleep. She don't got her NA text. She not reading. She don't go to meetings. She ain't working on her. Why is she in charge? Why is she cooking? She don't know. She don't got no seasoning on the fried chicken. Macaroni tastes like what? Rubber? Argumentative. Always want to argue. That was me. Always bucking and beefing. But behind that, I really wanted to what? Get high. Anybody hear that? I really wanted to get high. So I got to what? Take the focus off of me and put it on who? Everybody else. Argumentativeness. How about program gangsterettes? Gangsterettes, program gangsterettes. These are the ladies who bring jail to treatment. Do that work?
I don't bring jail, but they almost didn't even want to let me back in this program. Miss Iris really did not want to let me come back.
Why?
Because of how I was the last time I was here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
She really didn't, and that's why like I gotta catch myself now. I'm doing better.
Okay.
I've not argued with none of the clients. I've got arguments with staff, but I haven't got an argument with none of the girls in here.
Okay.
So,
Are you respectful when you be with them?
no. Good. No. See, that's what I was about to say. About to use my intelligence again.
Right.
The other night I did. I said, "You're an RA. Like I can do your job. I know my medication better than you know my medication."
See, that's too far, Destiny.
I know.
They been saying that. All right.
And then I got hit. He's like, "Yeah, right, mom. You're right, mom. You're right.
Gas,
You're right."
gas you up. You know, you and him, y'all packed up. Mommy program. All right. Hey, thinking errors. Who got catastrophic thinking? Who predict the worst?
Yes.
Let me hear from you.
Oh, God.
What's your name? Catastrophic thinking.
Right.
Thinking errors.
I always think the worst.
What's your name?
Brian.
Yeah. Why? What's up? Why?
I just always been like that ever since I was
Me
little.
too.
I overthink everything and it always has to be the worst.
Yeah. Oh, you get better with that?
I'm trying, so.
Alright, okay. how can we stop ourselves when we got mindsets like that?
It's hard.
The worst is coming. I'm gonna shoot dope again.
It's hard.
I'm gonna get high again. I'm going back to jail.
You know,
My kids are not gonna love me. I'm never gonna get married.
Yes.
And we don't even know. So tell that voice to shut up
Yeah.
and live in what? Today. How much time you have clean, sis?
Oh, gosh. I don't even know how many months. It's been a lot since September.
Keep it tour. Come on. Your hands up?
Yeah.
Catastrophic thinking.
Some things are going good, really good. This little thing in the back of my head is like, okay, what's gonna blow up? Things are going so well and so smooth that there's gotta be a big pothole coming my way.
Yeah.
And I get like over aware of everything, almost like paranoid. And then my mind starts making up scenarios that are ridiculous. And you know what I mean? And I'm just working on it. I just have to work on that because I've been like that since I was a kid. You know, because it did happen a lot. Happened a lot in my life, all through adulthood and everything. You know, you're going along good and then phew.
Here comes
You know what I mean? Here's cancer. You know what I'm saying? You're going good and phew, my daughter had to go to rehab, like just different things, you know? And so